For almost 20 years, the search for Roblox's 2006 versions has been seen as a lost cause. Throughout the years, several attempts have been made to find 2006 to no avail. Even with $500 on the line and thousands of dedicated users working to locate any version from that year, it has only been an uphill battle. But you may be surprised to find that a group by the name of Client Search is closer than ever to solving one of the greatest manhunts in Roblox history. On April 17th of 2017, a few months before Client Search was created, a user by the name of Cultris created a post on Lost Media Wiki titled Roblox Game Clients 2005 to 2007. Roblox is a fairly popular online game, however it has its fair share of lost media as it's missing versions from 2005 to 2007. If you don't already know what lost media is, it is any media that is believed to have been forgotten or no longer exists in any format. Roblox versions allow us to see how much the game has changed over the years, and with most early Roblox versions lost, there is a huge gap in Roblox's history, meaning not much is known about its early years. Within an hour, the post was already gaining traction, in which user MaxkoMusic13 would reply, "Try to spread this around on old Roblox discords to help find these versions." With this post, Cultris managed to create a platform establishing interest in the search for older Roblox versions, allowing more groups of users to contribute and collaborate in the hopes of finding older versions. According to the Lost Media Wiki, although Roblox is still up and playable, older clients from 2003 to 2006 have completely disappeared. So on May 14th of 2017, a group of old Roblox enthusiasts created an organized search effort by the name of Client Search in hopes of finding and archiving old versions of the game. Client Search was the first ever official search for old Roblox versions, and they began to intensify their search efforts in its first week, contacting several different leads from Roblox's earlier years. Just 2 days after Client Search was created, Morgan McGuire, one of Roblox's first users who worked on Roblox's graphics and level design back in 2005, responded to an email stating that any information about the earlier state of Roblox is owned by the Roblox Corporation and that they are the only appropriate source of that information. On June 13th of 2017, less than a month after Client Search was founded, founder and owner Wimmy would step down, transferring ownership of Client Search to DirtPiper. For the next couple of months, Client Search, under the leadership of DirtPiper, would begin to contact more leads in hopes of finding old versions. 2 months later, on August 2nd of 2017, Firecracker, who joined Roblox in March of 2006, replied stating that he did not have any old versions and that it was unlikely he had one backed up anywhere. Despite the fact the search for old Roblox versions was starting to make progress, it had been ongoing for years by this point. Old Roblox versions contain crucial parts of Roblox history, with each version being significantly different from one another. Each version acts as a window into different parts of Roblox's past, as Roblox is constantly changing during this time. In 2005, Roblox only had a few hundred players and was based out of a small office in San Mateo, California. Interestingly enough, according to a user who joined back in 2005, Roblox had promoted their game 5,000 miles away from San Mateo, hosting a stall at the Center for Life in Newcastle. Despite popular belief, in 2005, Roblox did not have player characters and was instead centered around driving vehicles to complete challenges. However, there may be some truth in Roblox having player characters back in 2005, as during Roblox's transitional period from 2005 to 2006, there was a very early prototype class named Physical Character that was able to be posed. On the chassis with figure model from 2005, the posture XML is set to sit, while on another blue figure model from 2005, it is set to stand. Alongside this prototype were 3 buttons on Roblox's 2004 site showing a character sitting, standing, and climbing. According to Client Search, given what is known about gameplay from this time, it can with some confidence be determined that these characters couldn't jump, strafe, or do much besides spin around and move forwards or backwards. Physical Character was just one of many early Roblox features that provided the foundation for what Roblox is today. Yet due to the lack of documentation and knowledge from this time, not much is known about this prototype. If we had older Roblox versions dating back to 2006 and earlier, we would potentially be able to find out what this prototype did, along with several others revealing how Roblox has functioned throughout its early years. In 2006, Roblox's player count grew to around 11,000, mainly growing off of online forums and advertisements. Many doubted that a version from 2007 or earlier could even be found, with contributor Nuclei stating, "I honestly feel like a 2006 or 2007 client is unlikely to ever show up." Despite the difficulty in finding versions from 2007 and earlier, Client Search remained dedicated. And just 2 days after Nuclei expressed his doubts, Client Search had announced that they had found not one, but 2 versions dating back to August and November of 2007. Though this was not quite 2006, it was closer than Client Search had ever been in its history. Because of the timing between Nuclei's message and the day 2007 was found, it has become somewhat of an inside joke within the Client Search community. It's important to note that until this point, there had never been a 2007 version of Roblox that was found, nor was there any organized search for lost Roblox versions. The 2007 versions that were found had only been found on hard drives, which can only last for so long before showing signs of failure. Not long after the first 2007 versions were found, Client Search began to shift more attention towards finding versions from 2006 and earlier. But unbeknownst to many, the search for 2006 was on the brink of evolving into a far more daunting task than initially foreseen. It was 2018 and 11 years had passed since 2007, and time was ticking to find versions of Roblox from not just 2007, but 2006 as well. So why not contact the man himself, David Baszucki? So on October 29th of 2018, Nuclei, a member of the Client Search community, sent an email to David Baszucki.
I honestly am not sure if this email works anymore, but I found it somewhere online, so I thought it was worth a go. I was wondering where the first 1,000 Roblox models are. They all appear to be missing, except for a few from the user toolbox. I also have been wondering if you have any prototypes of the Roblox software. I've seen a few early screenshots and it interests me quite a bit. I am really interested in the alpha era of Roblox as it seems a lot different. I love how much the Roblox engine has evolved, and I really want to take a look into the past and try out really old versions to see how much has changed.
2 days later, David Baszucki would reply, "Unfortunately, we don't keep old Roblox versions alive as it would be too complex to deploy them." With David Baszucki unable to help, Client Search would have to contact more leads who played Roblox in 2006 and earlier. But there's only a small fraction of the Roblox community who played Roblox in 2006, considering there were only around 11,000 users in that year compared to 140,000 in 2007. To put that to scale, there were over 90% less players in 2006 than there were in 2007. And only 0.0001% of the world played Roblox in 2006. And out of that tiny fraction, most are not able to be contacted or are unable to help. Many leads don't remember playing Roblox whatsoever, which makes a search even more tedious for the Client Search team. But this wouldn't stop Client Search from continuing their search. And in August of 2018, Client Search contacted another lead in hopes of retrieving a version from 2006. Unfortunately, the lead's hard drive failed, and recovering the hard drive would cost anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Even if the hard drive was recovered, Client Search would not know for certain that the hard drive contains an old Roblox version. And for how much it costs to recover drives, it is money that Client Search doesn't have. You would think that with extensive search efforts, Client Search would eventually find a version of Roblox from 2006, when in reality, only so much time is left before 2006 is lost forever. Only a few months before the making of this video, this is what the drive containing the first 2007 versions found sounded like. According to Google, hard drives last around 3 to 5 years, but in most cases usually closer to 7 or 10 years. By the time Client Search was made, it had been 11 years since 2006, and it wouldn't be until 2020 that efforts for finding 2006 would gain momentum. In December of 2020, Client Search would contact another promising lead.
I presume you to be a 2006 user on Roblox, and as such, was wondering if, by some odd chance, you had backups from that period and still had the game clients. These clients are lost media, and I'm trying to make them not be lost media. Sorry for any disturbance this may cause.
Just 12 days later, the lead would reply back, "It's certainly possible. I tried playing the game back then but didn't stick around, so it's likely an old version in my backups. I'll try to check this weekend when I'm back home." Contacts were exchanged between the lead and Client Search, and around 5 months later, the lead managed to get enough time to look at his backups. After finding software that can open the hard drive backup, while browsing around, to his surprise, he found an uninstalled Roblox client in program files. This version contained leftovers from January of 2007, not far off from 2006. After some digging, he also found a 2009 Roblox auto updater in his downloads folder. Though both of these were not from 2006, there was a good chance 2006 could be elsewhere. But there was a problem. The lead had attempted to extract some files but couldn't because the software they used was a free version, and you needed the full version in order to extract files. Because of this, Client Search essentially gave up on this attempt. Half a year later, on October 11th of 2021, NT would state,
"This weekend, a dude is gonna look at his computer backups. He joined in mid-November 2006 and he is confirmed to have some 2007 client files, but we haven't confirmed if he has any full clients."
The same lead from earlier was now able to attempt for a second time. 13 days later, with the backup file ready, Client Search attempts to use a hex editor to search for Roblox-related files. The hex editor keeps freezing, so the backup file is moved to another drive. Could this be what Client Search has been trying to find for the past 5 years? If this was indeed what Client Search was looking for, a crucial part of Roblox history would be restored once and for all. This meant that the hard drive was beginning to show signs of failure, and only 30 minutes later, the file transfer rate goes from an already very slow 618 kilobytes per second down to 0. In a desperate attempt to save the drive and essentially make a backup of the backup, it fails and gets stuck at 0 kilobytes per second. The lead's hard drive had failed. But the search for 2006 was not quite over yet, and this time it was different. In September of 2023, a 2006 lead would be contacted via Reddit in hopes of finding versions of Roblox from August of 2006. The lead had doubts that they had any version lying around, believing the chances were low of anything Roblox related being on their drives, as they didn't have their computer anymore and disk space was limited at the time. But all of a sudden, on October 31st of 2023, the lead would follow up after searching their drives with what appeared to be a potential Roblox version from August of 2006. After several dedicated years of searching, the 2006 version that had been lost for what felt like decades was about to be found. Not long later, an announcement would be made by NT in the Client Search Discord. Would the search for a 2006 version of Roblox finally come to an end?
We have found a January 2008 client that is an overwritten August 11th, 2006 client. Sadly, the only file that did not get overwritten is Roblox install DLL. More info will come as we try to find more data on the drive.
Though Roblox install DLL was just a leftover file serving no purpose, it was a sign that there could be more Roblox related files on the drive. The search for 2006 was still ongoing and several more directories on the drive still needed to be searched through, meaning there was still a chance to find 2006 and finally ending a search that had been ongoing for 15 years by this point. For the next few days, the Client Search team began to check every directory that 2006 could be in, even ones that were difficult to access. If there was a 2006 version on this drive, it would be a historic find, being the first ever found from that year. An announcement would be made just a few days later on November 5th of 2023. The Client Search team had made their verdict. The 2006 version of Roblox had been completely overwritten by a version from January of 2008. If the 2006 version was never overwritten by January 2007, it would be the first 2006 version of Roblox to be found, dating back to August of 2006. All potential places that could contain the 2006 version of Roblox were checked, sadly to no avail. Though no 2006 client was found, they managed to find the Roblox logo used in 2006, something that had previously been lost. And this was the closest Client Search had ever gotten to finding 2006 in its 6 years of searching. However, there is a way you, the viewer, can help Client Search archive old Roblox versions from 2007 and earlier. Throughout the years, Client Search has gone through several ups and downs, including dozens of failures. There are many times where Client Search has gotten close to finding a version from 2006, and their time is running out to find old versions, as they only have so much time before all drives containing versions from 2006 have failed. Only 8% of known versions from 2007 have surfaced, and 0 from 2006 as of making this video. To put this to scale, if each version of Roblox from 2004 to 2007 was a part of Roblox's history from that time, we would only have approximately 5% of Roblox's history from 2004 to 2007. The history of Roblox is at stake, and with it being impossible for Roblox themselves to help, we are at risk of losing 95% of Roblox version history forever. Yet despite all these failures, the search is still going. Client Search's chances of finding versions from 2006 and 2007 have skyrocketed. Client Search has more leads than they've ever had before and an active team working behind the scenes to locate these versions. Despite all the setbacks, Client Search has continued to search for these lost versions. If you or someone else knows where to locate any of these versions, please send an email to this address. There is a $500 bounty for any user who played in 2006 and is able to successfully retrieve a version from that time. With that said, that is a search for Roblox's 2006 versions.